Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
We don't need gimmicks like giant checks and mascots to promote this year's football contest because we're giving away even more money than we did last year.
$16 million in guaranteed prizes to be exact. There's 2 ways to win and no rake.
Players in Circa Millions make 5 picks against the spread each week with quarterly and full season payouts.
Circa Survivor entries select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. Visit circasports.com for details.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. Rowpaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with the room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Today's broadcast is coming from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Canned Cocktails is perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Now, here's 4-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Hey, how we doing, Boise State fans? Welcome on in to a live edition here, Bronco Nation News Live on a Thursday. We were outside Albertsons Stadium. The Boise State football team getting set for the second practice of fall camp. Players heading out to the field here shortly. They'll get underway at 9:50 this morning. If for some reason, as always, you can't hear me, let me know and we'll get that going. But fun show today. We're going to hear from Sire Gaines, the freshman running back. If you didn't get a chance to hear that interview that I posted to YouTube yesterday, I wanted to play a portion of it on the show today. Unbelievably well-spoken, incredible young man, 17 years old. Sire Gaines is an incoming freshman running back, and I really enjoyed chatting with him yesterday. So we'll play part of that interview here in a little bit. Also, we're going to hear from Jeremiah Herby, the corner. You got a cornerback that obviously came over from Cal, and interviewed him yesterday, put it on the YouTube channel, but wanted to make sure we play part of that today as well. And if you missed last night's Kent Riddle, Riley Smith, Riley and Ridge show, they were live at the James last night. You can go check that show out. It is on the BNN YouTube channel. Some great stuff about behind the scenes, what happens during fall camp as a player, as a coach, and some great stuff there. So we did surpass 5,000 YouTube subscribers. Thank you, guys. Yesterday, we were making that push. We were about 30 away. We got over the hump, 5,000 YouTube subscribers for Bronco Nation News. We're continuing to push. So our next goal is 6,000. So highlights from practice, post-game interview or post-practice interviews, all of our shows, all of our coverage from fall camp is going to get dumped right there onto our YouTube channel. So make sure that you continue to subscribe on YouTube and watch us there. So if you're watching on Facebook or X, go down there in the bottom of the corner. Well, first switch to YouTube, and then go to the bottom of the corner there and hit that subscribe button. It is youtube.com/Bronco Nation News. And again, more live shows and things are going to start going exclusively on the YouTube channel moving forward. So jump in now, and we're going to have some practice highlights. We're going to show as well a lot of cool stuff to get to on today's show. Again, the Broncos will be on the practice field about 9:50 today, and we'll have full interviews, full highlights, full coverage, just like we did yesterday. So 9 a.m. every weekday, we'll be here giving you Boise State football fall camp coverage as you get set for the season opener on the 31st against Georgia Southern. But before we get to all of that, you see the logo in the corner of the screen. We are switching our studio sponsorship, and I do want to give a thank you to Courtney Stein and Cutwater and their whole group over there. They did a tremendous job for the last 2 years as our studio sponsor. We appreciate them. I won't say anything bad about them. hope you continue to support them. And I do appreciate what Stein did for Bronco Nation News as our first studio sponsor and stepping up. And Cutwater was a great partner to work with, and we appreciate them. But, things change. It is a business, and we're super excited about moving in a new direction with Western Collective. You see it in the corner there. We're super excited to have Western Collective on board. So many cool things that we're going to tell you about as we move along. But our new studio sponsor, there it is on screen, Western Collective. And we could not be more excited for this and to welcome in our man, Kerry Pruitt, who has come down here live on the first show to help us bring this and debut this. There he is. How we doing, Kerry?
What's up?
I muted you. There you go. How you doing, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think folks should be able to hear us.
Awesome.
First of all, man, thank you so much for coming down, and come over a little more here so folks can see. There you go. Thanks for coming down, and thank you so much for believing in what we're doing at Bronco Nation News and wanting to come on board as our studio sponsor. I think we got a lot of great ideas, a lot of cool ways to partner, and I love what you guys are doing. I love the Horseshoe Golden Ale. I love all the products you have, the vodka seltzers, everything you're doing. The three restaurants, obviously the Garden City location that we're going to get into. But first of all, I just wanted to say thank you, man. This is going to be fun.
Well, we're excited to be here. Thank you for having us. I've been an avid supporter of Bronco athletics for the last couple of years. I moved up here from Austin, didn't think we would really become BSU fans, and then fell into it and have really, really enjoyed it and have really been impressed by your work the last couple of years. So, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you doing the job you are and supporting athletics the way you are. So, excited to be part of the journey.
Appreciate you, man. It was a pretty easy negotiation, I'd say. We've been talking about this for a little while, but I really wanted to get you guys involved. You wanted to get involved, and we made it happen. And so our new studio sponsor for the next year and hopefully beyond, Western Collective. And again, the thing I'm most excited about is the beer. Now, we got a lot of cool things to talk about, but the Horseshoe Collective, the Golden Ale, and the coolest part about this is you guys are tied in with the Horseshoe Collective.
We are, yeah.
And Joe Nickel and everything they got going on there. And so this will hopefully lead to some other cool things with the collective, maybe some interviews. We're going to get involved in the away game watch parties and having some folks on here. But the big thing and the way this ties into Boise State fans is every purchase that folks make of this Golden Ale right here goes back directly. Part of the proceeds go right back to the athletes.
Correct. And we're really excited to do it. We were the first brewery in the country to partner with a collective. Thanks to Joe Nickel. I mean, give Joe a big shout out. Joe is the one that came up with the idea. They hosted an event with us at House of Western about 2 years ago for their first fundraiser. And Joe came to my wife as I was in the hospital with an injury and said, "Hey, I've got this idea for doing a beer together that could support the collective." And it was Joe's idea that led to innovation. If you look at it now, I think most major institutions have a beer supporting their NIL program. But, we were the first and really excited about that and excited about the ways in which we get to support athletics and athletes. I think it's a big deal.
You heard that every time you buy, whether it be a pint or whether it be a can, wherever, the different spots, a portion of the proceeds goes directly back to the Horseshoe Collective, helping the student athletes at Boise State. And that for me was the main thing, Kerry. I love your restaurants. I love everything else you have going on. But for me, what sold me was being able to help support the student athletes and be part of that and push this Horseshoe Collective Golden Ale. I mean, you have a number of beers, seltzers. We'll talk about them all. But for me, I think in the Boise State tie, that was the big one that stood out for me. And it's pretty cool the way it's worked out that you guys, again, were the very first school in the country to have a beer that goes to the collective. It's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, we're excited, and we're excited to be here. And on top of that, the beer's great, which is helpful. We did lighten it up a bit this year. It had a little more body last year. We turned it into more of a blonde golden this year because, the biggest challenge was I found myself wanting to drink 5 and could only drink 2 or 3. So we lightened it up just a little bit to make it to where you can drink more at football games or
I like that.
restaurants.
I like that. Someone's asking if we can explain the collective. I would assume most of you folks know, but if you don't, the Horseshoe Collective is the kind of third-party group that helps raise money and gives NIL deals to the student athletes themselves. So whether it be through charitable causes and things that they can do and appearances, the players are able to make money. And in large ways, the recruiting.
Yep.
That's how they're able to bring players here is what the collective can offer some of these players. And so they have a lot of different donors and folks can raise money and donate to the collective. But they have some other deals, including the one with you guys where folks can buy beer and then some of the money goes into the pot that they can use to pay some of these players.
Yeah. And I don't think, I don't think it can be overstated about how impressive a job both the university and, the collective have done in getting their NIL programs together. They won a medal, I guess, or an award I guess the NCAA has awards for athletic departments. And in the first year of having an award for best collective in the country, we won it, which was awesome, or NIL program in the country. And that's a big deal because, once again, we can't compete on dollars with the Texases, the USCs, blah, blah, blah. So, they have to get creative, and they've done that through stuff like Horseshoe Collective and going, hey, how do we find an innovative way to getting this done? And then just find other ways to make sure kids want to come here. But, if we don't have the money to compete, we're not going to have a team that you can compete for. And if you look at, what was going on this offseason with both football and basketball, the team did a good job of putting money together to make sure we could keep athletes, retain athletes, and then also bring some good players in.
Yeah.
And it's the tough part to me now is it's a year-to-year battle to keep guys because, if you got a freshman that blows up, whether legal or not, he's going to get calls, and we got to keep him here, and we can't do that unless we get money because if I'm a kid and I got an opportunity to make some money, why would I not do that?
The YouTube, it's kind of hard with the glare on my screen, but the YouTube chat is blowing up with people that love the product, love the comments. Someone says it's a no-brainer. Who doesn't like beer? Football and basketball game day beers. I mean, those are perfect for other times. But I mentioned this is the big one, okay? The Horseshoe Golden Ale. Go support them. But tell us about what else the Western Collective Group has going on.
Awesome. Well, I guess I'll give you my secret now. We are launching a collective seltzer going into football season this year, so we'll be available in the stadium and at Albertsons and other places.
I was going to ask you ahead of time if you were ready to make that official or announce that, but why not?
This seems like a good place to talk about it, but we're going to have a seltzer called Orange Chaos that will be available around the stadium as well. So that's going to be an orange and pineapple flavored seltzer. And so we are going to have the first collective seltzer in the country as well, which is really, really exciting. So, we make, and all of our seltzers are vodka based. So we've got, a bunch of beers, our best selling beer being Peak Juice, Western Thunder, Dick Shooter, which is named after a town in the Waihee Mountains. And, obviously Horseshoe. Those are our 4 best selling beers, followed by Above the Clouds. Just great core beers. We come out with a lot of seasonals a year. We probably release 30 different beers a year. Those are our core 5. And then we've got vodka seltzers. We've got a passion fruit, strawberry lemonade, tiki juice, which is like Hawaiian passion orange guava flavored. And we are adding to that lineup this year with our Orange Chaos seltzer. And we are really, really excited about that. On top of that, I bought Edge Brewing the other day. So we own Edge Brewing now, producing their products.
I bought Edge Brewing the other day. I love how you just throw that in there.
And so,
awesome,
yeah,
man.
I mean, I tried some of the product yesterday. We just made cider for the first time. I really was excited about buying it for cider. So go out, buy our Huckleberry cider. We changed the logo a little bit. You'll be able to tell the new cans versus the old cans, but that product will be hitting the shelf in the next couple weeks. And so we're in the cider business now too, which is entirely new for us.
But you've got 2 different actual on-site locations folks can go to.
Yep, we do. We've got our brewery in Garden City. We've got, for food, we've got pizzas, tavern style pizza. We're making the crust downtown. And then we've got the location downtown, 610 West Idaho Street, which we have 3 restaurants in at this point. We've got House of Western, which is, burgers and pizzas. We've got bowling there. We've got games. It, seats about 150 people. Couch is great for long. Called Due West, which is fine American dining. We've got a buffalo steak on the menu, duck tostadas. We've got a warm feta brulee that's just got a nice little brulee layer on top that just is incredible. We pushed the boundaries a bit on that menu and launched that 2 weeks ago, and it's something I'm really, really excited about. So, we've got all that going along with the beer.
Well, we're going to tell you more about all this stuff as we go. I already see at least one comment in there that says, I'll be sure to pick some up today. So we at least got you one new sale already out of that.
Appreciate it.
But we're excited to have you on board, man. We'll be telling people all about this, but I know you have become, as you said, an avid fan, and you've gotten to know Spencer and Leon and a lot of, JD and a lot of these guys. What are your thoughts on the football program going into the season here?
I am really excited about the football program. When Spencer took the job, I didn't know Spencer at the time. And, when I met him, he came up to me, he was like, I've heard a lot about you and it's all good, blah, blah, blah. I was like, this guy's got to be full of crap and there's no way. And then the further I got to know Spencer, the more I realized I have not met a less full of crap person in my life. The dude is passionate. He is involved. He knows everything that's going on, and the kids love playing with him. I mean, he is a hell of a leader, and I think he's the guy that we needed, who has the energy that we needed to take this program to the next level. The talent was here. My big concern going the offseason was that as the coaching change was happening, and this is what I respect about JD, is he makes the hard decisions, and he does them when they matter, because had we lost the talent, had everybody transferred like they could have, had we not brought in the right leadership, we would be talking about this year very, very differently. And instead, you go get Malachi and some great receivers in the offseason, and I think we're really set up for success. The question that I have is, can we come out and punch Oregon in the face? And that's, we're going to go to that game. I'm excited about it. And it's, that's a marquee win would be nice, but either way, I mean, I truly believe that we are the team to beat in the group of 5 to make it to the playoffs, and couldn't be more excited to be part of that journey this year.
Well, again, this guy came up from Texas as a kind of, now you've established some roots here. You're a big BSU fan, and you're doing great things in the community to help give back to the student athletes with the deal with the collective. And again, the fastest growing brewery and distillery and everything else you have going on in the state of Idaho. So we call ourselves the fastest growing, online media source covering BSU. So we're excited to continue to elevate both companies together here, and we really appreciate your time. Robbie Robinson is asking in the chat, are these beers in stores? Are they in gas stations? Or are they at specific places? Where
you can get the Horseshoe Collective at almost every Albertsons in Idaho. I think we're likely to do a big run with Costco this fall, which we're excited about. It's in 100 Jacksons as well, which is super exciting. And I think Winco and Fred Meyer are bringing this fall. So, I would say for sure Albertsons, which is convenient because the stadium's named after it, and Jackson's. And Ridley's also carries Horseshoe in every store as well. Yes. All of these are big supporters of BSU athletics, so support all of them avidly.
Well, Ridley's Family Markets is one of our sponsors at BNN as well. So I would say drive down to the CUNA Ridley's there, or the all the different locations they have, Star, Middleton, and pick it up there. Carrie, thank you so much for coming by, man.
Thank you for
really
having
appreciate
us.
it. I'm excited we'll continue to get you on and periodically and talk about what you guys are doing and talk about the products and stuff. But as I said, I do think an element of this with the collective and with Joe Nickel and trying to kind of get the bring some of their players on for interviews and do some watch parties for away games. I think we got a lot of cool things in the works that we'll be telling folks about a little further down. But
awesome.
Thanks for taking a chance on us, man. And it's going to be a fun year and hopefully beyond.
We'll keep crushing it. We're proud of you and what you're doing for athletics.
Appreciate it, man. Kerry Pruitt, again, he's with
soon.
Western Collective, and we appreciate him for all of his support of BNN. I appreciate you guys. It's really hard to see with the glare here. So I do want to play a Sire Gaines interview. We want to hear from Jeremiah Herby as well. We're having fun here outside the stadium, getting set for practice number 2. But again, please go support Western Collective. Again, they've got the 2 locations, the one downtown, the one in Garden City. And we're so excited to have them on as our new studio sponsor. And Kerry is just a great dude. Like, you could just hear it in his voice. Like, he is a great dude to get a beer with and a great dude to chat with. And so we're super appreciative and thankful for Kerry for coming on board and for coming down here and meeting us this morning. And again, Western Collective, the Horseshoe Golden Ale, all of the properties there at Western Collective, now under the Bronco Nation News umbrella as our studio sponsor. So we are super excited about that. I want to tell you about a couple other great sponsors. RoePaint.com, ROEPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics, ROEPaint.com. All your concrete coatings, interior, exterior, residential painting, commercial, industrial, all your painting needs. Make sure you check out our title sponsor, RoePaint.com. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest and the most convenient is that mobile eBranch online banking right there in your app on your smartphone. Download the app. And again, you'd never have to go back into the branch again. So easy to move money around, pay bills, transfer money, make deposits right there from your phone. Check them out, ICCU.com. We mentioned Ridley's Family Markets. Shop Ridley's.com. They got locations across the state of Idaho, including the Treasure Valley, the Magic Valley up in McCall. So next time you're looking for a grocery store, head to that hometown grocer, support the local community and those that sponsor Bronco Nation News. Head to Shop Ridley's. Ridley's Family Markets. Again, Shop Ridley's.com. And of course, Matt Bauscher Real Estate. Number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Again, we appreciate Matt Bauscher and his team. We found out firsthand when the Raines family was buying and selling our home just how easy it was and how great it was to work with them. And we were so thankful and appreciative and happy and just really enjoyed working with Matt Bauscher and his team. So we appreciate Matt, and I hope that you guys will support them and your next home or purchase or sell. You will use the team at Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Okay. Again, there was a small minute or two there where the signal went out. I apologize for that. We are literally streaming from a cell phone right here. So We have never had too many issues. I had it down. I raised it up onto the side. So we're literally in the back of my pickup truck here streaming this. So it's not exactly KTVB style. So I apologize if it occasionally goes out. We're doing the best we can here with the equipment that we have, but technology is allowing us to literally go live with what I think is pretty good video quality and pretty good audio quality from the internet on a cell phone. So we appreciate you guys for sticking with us, and we do have an occasional signal drop or something. We're just doing the best we can. It's not possible for me to do the show at my house and then make it down in time for practice. So the alternative this fall will be doing the shows somewhere downtown by BSU and then being able to just go over and watch practice afterwards. So do apologize in advance for any small technical issues that do arise. But yesterday, Broncos out there on the field for the first practice of fall camp. Again, the Broncos taking the field yesterday about 9:30 or so, getting some drills in, getting some work in. Quarterbacks were on full display. And again, I know for the first practice, there's a lot of overreactions. I had a couple, man. First of all, Chris Marshall looks really, really good. And so does Prince Strawn. I saw Chris Marshall make some amazing catches. Prince Strawn's size just continues to be noticeable. And again, when you talk positively about one position, whether they're trolls or fans or whatever, you guys say, well, that means the DBs must stink. No, the DBs had 3 picks. The defense had 4 picks. We'll get to them in a second. But I think overall, this wide receiver group has a chance to be really, really good, regardless of who the quarterback is. And you look at, again, Prince Strawn, you look at his size, and you're kind of just like, what is he doing at Boise State? I mean, his hands, the way he goes up and gets some of those balls, I was just super impressed with what I saw from Prince Strawn and from Chris Marshall. As you see here, the offensive line doing some drills. There's Spencer Danielson watching the O-line. A lot of individual periods. They had some team periods yesterday, but a lot of individual work, and Spencer was making his way around to the different positions, checking guys out. The offensive line here working on some drills. But again, was impressed with the receivers. Thought that was a nice day one for them. Made some really nice contested catches. You're going to see some of those here in a minute when the video moves on to the quarterbacks and receivers. Couldn't tell much from the quarterbacks. Again, they had some teamwork, as Dirk Cutter said would be the case. Maddox Madsen, of course, he said would be number 1 on the depth chart. And so we'll see how that, shifts and who gets more reps as practice moves on. But both those guys got some work in. Both those guys, here you see them throwing to receivers. And so it's day 1 of fall camp. We're not going to make any huge overreactions when it comes to who the starter is. But what Dirk Cutter said would be the case was the case in terms of the first day of fall camp. So we'll follow that battle as it moves on for sure. And I think it's going to be a spirited, fun battle throughout fall camp to see who that starting quarterback is for Boise State against Georgia Southern. I mentioned the defense. We were not able to get footage of the picks because they came during team drills. We were able to watch, but Ty Benefield had a pick 6. You had Amarian McCoy with a pick 6. Jeremiah Herby had a pick off a tip pass in a 7-on-7 period. And then Marco Notriani had a interception as well. And so Nathaniel's asking about the 4 interceptions. Were they QB throws or were they decision-making? I would say that one of each. Maddox Madsen had one, I would say, real interception. And then Malachi Nelson had one, what I would say, real interception. There were 2 interceptions off tipped passes that I would not put on the quarterback. So here's Prince Strawn making a nice catch near the sidelines. We're going to show some other catches at the end zone, but this was Chris Marshall, a nice Chris Marshall catch here. Again, very impressed with the wide receivers and what we saw from them. And again, the DBs as well. We said going into camp, that was going to be a position we're really looking for. 2 positions. We said it yesterday with Johnny. The receivers and the DBs, what's that going to look like? Who steps up? What's that battle like? And if day 1 was any indication, it's going to be quite the battle there for the defensive backs and the receivers in camp. And it's going to be, iron sharpening iron when it comes to the Boise State football team. Those 2 positions, very intriguing. And right off the bat, they both made some big plays yesterday. Chris Marshall just so smooth in his routes. His hands are great. Very rarely saw him drop a ball, if at all, yesterday in practice. But a lot of younger receivers stepped up as well. And there were some number changes. Cam Camper has moved to number 9. You have some other guys switching numbers as well. So I think that was Cameron Bates right there, number 80. But Spencer Danielson was making his way around practice, having fun. And again, we're out here outside the stadium, tethering from my cell phone. So I apologize if there is any video or audio lagging or issues at this point. We're doing the best we can. But We've got the quarterbacks here making some throws, and I wanted to show some of the catches in the end zone before we really get out of here, because some of those were super impressive when it comes to the catches in the end zone and some of the high point in the ball that they did. It was just super impressive. A couple of other things that stood out to me yesterday was just the speed of the practice. Guys had energy. Guys were moving around. All the coaches were wearing black on the first day. I don't know exactly what that symbolized, but I know all the coaches were kind of out there saying, "Hey, we're going to be sweating with you. We got, for the most part, sweatshirts on, pants on, and we're gonna be out here sweating and working hard with you guys." And so, had practice 1 yesterday. Practice 2 is today, and then they'll be off tomorrow. It's new NCAA rules. You heard Kent Riddle talking about last night on Ball Talk. On the Riley and Ridge show. But here's some of those plays. Here's Chris Marshall. One-handed. I hope I can play that again. Chris Marshall. Watch this, guys. He bobbled the ball. If you go to Twitter and watch it, but he pulled it back in. He says that's a catch. I believe that is a catch. Just an unbelievable one-handed catch from Chris Marshall right there. And you're going to be seeing a lot of that, Boise State fans. But look at Prince Strawn going up against Devin Banks. Just too easy for Prince Strawn right there. And they're very high on Banks, and he didn't necessarily have a bad practice. There's just not a lot you can do against a 6'5 receiver like Strawn. Here's Chase Penry making a nice catch over the middle as well. Certainly excited to see this wide receiver group. Prince Strawn with another really nice catch. That's the final one we have there. Just too easy for Prince Strawn there for Boise State. So, again, practice 1, I was pretty impressed. I liked a lot of what I saw, and I think this is certainly a group that fans are going to be excited to see and follow this year for sure. We got some comments coming in, trying to see what we got here in terms of some of the videos that I want to play. I'm looking at some of the comments as well. Let's go ahead and thank a couple more of our sponsors while I get the Sire Gaines video ready, because Sire Gaines was super impressive, and I am really excited about that. But Lithia Ford of Boise, lithiafordboise.com. We are super excited about that. And again, Lithia Ford of Boise, they are we're thankful to have them as part of the Bronco Nation News family. All of our sponsors we really love and appreciate, but certainly our friends over at Lithia Ford of Boise. They got the fall kickoff still going on. You see Jonah Dulmus right there. So check them out. They support Boise State. Again, they have multiple student athlete NIL deals. They have a lot of stuff going on. So highly recommend you guys support Lithia Ford Boise, return the favor for what they're doing for BNN. And we have a new sponsor to debut today. Let's welcome on board Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game, thespateam.com. The Raines family has purchased a hot tub from Snake River Pool and Spa, and we are really excited to tell you about it moving forward here. And I'm excited. We were able to talk to them, and while we were looking to buy one, we said, hey, would you be interested in coming on board as a sponsor? And it's going to be awesome. So Snake River Pool and Spa, they are a supporter of Boise State Athletics. So we'll be telling you more about it, showing you some videos and photos of my kids in the hot tub. But awesome, different. They got multiple locations. And again, Twin Falls, Boise, Meridian, the new Nampa location. And they've been around since 1978. All kinds of saunas, spas, hot tubs, and then they also have like pool tables and billiards and shuffleboard and all kinds of awesome games. So check out one of their locations online. You can get more information at thespateam.com. But welcome to Snake River Pool and Spa here at Bronco Nation News. Taco Bell, we appreciate them. TacoBellWorks.com. Check them out. TacoBellWorks.com. If you're looking for a place to eat with the family, take them to Taco Bell. If you're looking for a job, how about Taco Bell? SON Management Group, the Nicolason family, super appreciative of them. And again, TacoBellWorks.com. We appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. And they're doing a lot with the student-athlete scholarships for the men's and women's basketball teams. You can return the favor by going to Taco Bell for your next meal and supporting them. So we appreciate Taco Bell and all of our great sponsors. Let's hear from Sire Gaines. Sire Gaines, the freshman running back who, let me tell you, we won't play the full interview. I'm only going to play 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to make you go watch the whole thing on YouTube. And if you already watched all 8 minutes, I don't want to make you have to watch it again. But super impressive. I loved what I saw from Sire Gaines. Loved what I heard. Talked to him. Couldn't have been a nicer kid. And then about halfway through the interview, we find out he's 17. Not even 18 yet. He's an incoming freshman. And I'll tell you what, man, I was just so impressed with what I saw from Sire Gaines during this interview. So incoming freshman running back, third string, probably on the depth chart right now, but he's fighting Breezy Dubar for carries. He says he wants to be involved in special teams as well. He's going to have a big role on this team. Let's hear from the freshman running back, Sire Gaines, speaking with BNN and KTVB yesterday.
Here in the spring, but just what's it been like, being here at Boise State?
It's a blessing. I'm living my best life with Coach D. The coaching staff supported me in every which way. My teammates, they support me. They let me know that it's okay to be young. It's okay to mess up, but they're the first supporters when I do something great.
How important of it, how beneficial was it to be here in the spring and get a chance to be here?
It was beneficial in a lot of ways. Physically, getting stronger, getting faster, and mentally, getting mental toughness, and preparing my mind to prepare at an elite level, focus and just execute the game.
Obviously, you're built pretty well physically already for a freshman. I mean, just in terms of taking care of your body and wanting to come in, being ready to physically be able to play right away. I mean, how have you been able to kind of do that?
I work the man next to me. I use my brothers as a motivation. My brothers next to me, they push me to work harder, to be the best version of myself. So take care of my body is the first thing first, but I use them as my motivation.
What was it like today, just getting out there first practice?
Today, first practice, I was just a lot of focus mentally. I was focusing mentally and just enjoying the time being out there. First spring, first fall camp, just being able just to be around a good company and around good teammates and stuff.
I know as a freshman it's hard to get in there and play, and obviously you got some really good running backs in your room, but what's kind of your mindset coming in as an incoming freshman here, trying to get out there and earn some time?
My mindset coming in is first, follow God's plan. Second, follow what Coach D told me to do. He told me to dominate on special teams, so that's what I'm gonna do. And for the running back room, we got a great room. We got Ashton Genty, the best running back in the nation, compared to to me. And then we got Breezy, and then we got a lot of running backs in it. But it really start with the O-line, the O-line, and then the receivers and the tight ends that open up the passing game. So, it's easy for us to do our job running the ball. But for me, folks, freshman-wise, just to do whatever I can for the team.
Sire, when we talk to the coaches about you, they say that, I know Spencer has the same built different, but he said you just kind of embody that. He says you're built different. Why is that? What stands out to you? Why do you think you might be built different? Is it mentality? Is it physical? What do you think it is?
I feel like it's everything, I try to dominate anybody in front of me. Just workouts, it doesn't matter what it is. It don't even got to be physical. Just mentally, I'm just prepared, at all times. But one thing I could say that Coach D mentioned that built different is about the heart, Everybody's like, how's your body gonna feel? When you tired, are you gonna push through? Is you gonna fold? That's not me, I'm just looking just to remain humble and get mine by any means.
J-Mo said that you don't flinch. You just kind of approach every situation and you're just all gas, no brakes sort of more deal. Where does that come from? How have you been able to develop that?
It come from like mentors, people I look up to, like Marshawn Lynch. If you run through somebody's face over and over and over again, they ain't gonna be able to take that. So I know me, you gotta tackle me. So it's like, I'm gonna make you tackle me, you know what I'm saying? You gotta try to tackle me open field. Plus, I play defense. I'm a defensive first player. So mentally, I'm a defensive player. Just naturally, I'm an offensive player, if that makes sense, So I think that's where it comes from.
Sire, why did you come here? You had other offers. Why did you choose Boise State?
I came here because it's a blessing. It's an opportunity. Like Coach D, sophomore year, he recruited me, him and Coach KB, at the time. So they recruited me, and it's like me and Coach D relationship always been tight. He's always somebody I can trust. He always kept it 100 with me. Never told me something that I want to hear. Always told me something that I needed. So Coach D was really the reason why I came here, and just the opportunity to play early.
You mentioned special teams, like return game, or where do you see yourself kind of fitting in there?
Anywhere Coach D wants me to play, it doesn't matter. It's just, he said special teams, focus on that. That's what I'm doing.
And just, the opportunity, again, you don't know how much playing time you're going to get, but as a freshman right away, some guys don't get that opportunity. It looks like you're obviously going to have some role. What's that mean as you look at the field out here and just think about, as a freshman in college, getting a chance to come out here and suit up and play for this team?
Sure, I'm just ready to have fun, it's a brotherhood here. So the best way I can have fun, I'm gonna do it, Playing early, that's the blessing, but it's baby steps to it. You gotta just mature, You got to learn, you got to grow, and that's what I'm willing to do. So playing early is the goal. There's a lot of steps to get there.
So impressive, young man right there. And again, that was Sire Gaines, the freshman running back. And again, 17 years old for Sire Gaines. And I thought it was kind of interesting. I said, as you kind of look out there and look at the field, and if you notice there, he actually looked out and like was staring at the field and like visualizing what it's going to be like to play out there. As I said it, he literally kind of looked out there and did it. And so you guys are going to be really, really impressed with Sire Gaines. And whether it's there's John Mallory honking his horn at us, we'll see if he comes in the background. But again, so impressive, Sire Gaines, and he's 17. And so whether it's this year, whether it's next year when him and Breezy Dubar take over as the 1-2 punch when Ashton Genty moves on, whatever the case may be, super impressive stuff from Sire Gaines. Hey, a couple more sponsors I want to thank, and then we'll hear from Jeremiah Herby, the corner, theblueandorangestore.com, the Blue and Orange Store. They're there on the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall next to Pro Image. You can get all your Boise State gear, your jerseys, your caps, your bumper stickers, your car flags, all your Boise State gear. You can get it at the Blue and Orange Store. And again, they have the new jerseys, they have the NIL gear, the Ashton Genty, Heisman shirts, all that good stuff's available. And if you're not in the Boise area, that's perfectly fine because it's all available online at the Blue and Orange Store. Hey, you looking to get into the trucking business? Transportation Compliance Service can help you out. Maybe you need a job. You're not sure what career field you want to get into. Highly recommend the folks at Transportation Compliance Service. They can help you out. Permits, DOT, overweight, all that good stuff. Get you out there towing the first load in no time. So check them out. Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. And of course, Lean Feast. Me and Mike Prater were out there a couple days ago. We love Lean Feast. Thankful to Dave and his staff. They're feeding the football team. They're feeding the basketball team. Again, 10,000 combinations. You can order online. There is no excuse because delivery is in all over the Treasure Valley. They have delivery. So if you're looking for any kind of healthy eating option or quick options to put in the microwave for 2 minutes, highly, highly recommend Lean Feast Meridian. Chicken, steak, shrimp, fish. They got carbs, they got protein, veggies, and again, 2 minutes in the microwave, you're eating great food. We highly recommend our friends over at Lean Feast. And how about Circa? We're going down in 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. Right now, I'll be doing my show in the ballroom at Circa Resort and Casino. So if you're looking to get some stake in the game for the NFL football season, reach out and let me know. We can sign you up. $1,000 entry fee for Survivor, $1,000 entry fee for Millions. You can do it yourself. You can split it with one buddy, two buddies, three buddies. The guys that won the $1 million 2 years ago was 4 guys that each put in $250, and then each turned it into $250K. So reach out to me, Circa Sports, big sponsor. If you want to do some football, a little football wagering, get involved with this, we'd love to have you. And again, it's all done legally in the state of Idaho through our proxy, Tom Carroll, VegasFootballProxy.com. So even though some states you may be living in don't have legalized sports gambling, our proxy, Tom Carroll, we can get you hooked up, signed up, and you make your picks each week through him. And then he goes into the casino and makes the picks for you. It's how players, thousands of players all over the world play. So it is 100% legal through Tom Carroll, our proxy. So again, Circa Sports, let me know if you're interested, and we will get you hooked up there with Circa Sports and Circa Resort and Casino. All right, let's hear from Jeremiah Herby, new corner, coming over from Cal, might have a starting spot. Let's hear a little bit from my one-on-one conversation, BNN and Jeremiah Herby here after the first practice of fall camp.
It's been like a great atmosphere. Everybody's been invited. Showing love. Like, this place to be. Like, everyone's just invited me. It's nothing like I couldn't ask for here.
Take us back to your recruitment and just kind of what made sense in the portal and why you chose here.
Of course, I got my cousin here, Marion. He was a big influence coming here. And then I met with Coach D and Coach Demo. And I felt like real trustworthy people. And that's what I was really looking for, somewhere where I could come in, make a name for myself, and then possibly come and get a starting job and be able to play. Like, that's the main thing. And then Omarion, of course, he has some influence telling me, come on, come play. Like, the coaches are great. So, yeah, those are like two of the main reasons.
Were you, was it pretty much always Boise State, or were there some other schools you were considering?
So it was really out of Boise State and Oregon State at the time. Had some schools reach out late, but it was really those two main schools.
What did it do for you in the spring to get a chance to be here and get situated and show, get a head start in terms of, showing the coaches and getting everything going?
It helped me excel, getting into the playbook early. I had some of the older guys like Markel and Omarion helped me out with the playbook, getting the calls and learning the language. And then getting to know the coaches, that was like the main thing. How they teach, how they, operate was like the main thing up in the spring, and then being able to showcase myself.
I was gonna say, just obviously it was the parts of practice we saw. You made some plays. Do you feel like you came in the spring and did what you wanted to do to try to put yourself atop the depth chart coming into fall camp here?
Yeah. Making plays is just, technique and all that, just knowing where to be, what to do, and just knowing my assignment. But yeah, that was a really spring for me.
So what was kind of your mindset then, starting today with fall camp and just wanting to kind of continue to build off that and just try to, lock down one of those starting spots?
That was like my main thing for fall camp, just come in, kind of build up off of the spring, keep playing hard, physical and fast, and together. It's kind of what we stand on, so just keep playing like the Bronco way, and I'll stay where I'm at or keep excelling.
You said you don't want to make a name for yourself. What would the opportunity, I know you had some production at, Cal did some things, but just the opportunity to maybe lock down a starting spot on the blue and just, have a bigger impact, overall. How exciting is that possibility?
Makes it exciting. Being able to play across from Amarion and then being able to make that name for myself, get a starting spot is big, especially just being in 7 months ago. So that's kind of huge for me, just coming in and making that quick impact, and now it's starting to build off of that.
Well,
there he is, Amarion McCoy, and again, the full interview is available up on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Bronco Nation News. And again, please go help us. So now we've reached 5,000. We want to push towards 6,000. So all of our highlights, all of our reels, all of our shorts, all of our interviews, the full 8-minute interview with both Sire Gaines and Jeremiah Herby will be up on already up on the YouTube channel. So you can go watch them there. And the cool feature is you can turn on the notifications as well. So when we go live with any kind of broadcast like this, pregame shows, postgame shows, breaking news, you won't miss any shows if you turn on those notifications as a YouTube subscriber. And again, it's free of charge. We'd love to have you subscribe to the actual website, $50 for the full year. You see the promo code at the bottom of the screen, BNN 50 deal. That gets you $20 off your first year. We're talking $50 for 365 days a year. You're literally talking like $4 a month, $4.33 or whatever it is for daily shows to help us do this kind of coverage for Mike Prater's column, which again is up right now, BroncoNationNews.com. I just posted it before the show. Mike Prater has a column up on a new buzzword going around the practice field in fall camp, and so kind of a cool inside look from Spencer Danielson and Marco Notriani and some of these guys about a new phrase that Boise State is latching onto here during fall camp and what it means. And you can read that exclusively as a paying subscriber at BroncoNationNews.com. So I know you have a lot of choices, guys. There's different local outlets that have subscription prices. There's national, media organizations that have subscriptions. You have a lot of monthly subscriptions on your plate already. Money is tough. I get it. But with what we're doing, if you are a diehard Boise State fan, I conceitedly would say it's my ego, whatever. I don't think you're going to find a better comprehensive spot for the value than what you get for $50 for a full year at BroncoNationNews.com. So I'm really going to push the subscriptions here during fall camp. If you're already a subscriber, I apologize that I'm going to bore you for 30 seconds every show and push it, but we really are trying to raise that bar. We are about 940 paid subscribers, and I would love to get over 1,000. That was my 5-year goal at Bronco Nation News, was to get 1,000 paying subscribers, and we got a chance to do that before the end of football season, before the end of our 3rd year. So help us if you can. We have a $6.99 a month option as well, but it's much cheaper to just pay once for the full year and be done with it. $50 full year subscription at BroncoNationNews.com. Those of you that are already subscribers, we hope you like what you get and that you're going to renew. It'll automatically renew at a year at the full rate of $70. But we hope everybody's liking what they're seeing from Bronco Nation News. I mentioned Mike Prater's column that is up and available right now for you to read for paying subscribers. And as I said, we're going to continue to put more and more stuff behind the paywall. I know folks don't like it. They say they can get it for free somewhere else. That's great. This show is free. You're watching a free show here on YouTube. But in terms of Prater's columns and my daily observations and features and stories on the website, it just doesn't make any sense business-wise to give everything away for free. So hopefully you understand that, and hopefully you can find $50 in your budget to jump on board as a paying subscriber. Help us get to 1,000. Help us continue to move forward. We are planning as of right now to be at every football game, home or road. That includes road trips to Georgia Southern and Hawaii, neither of which are cheap. We're trying to get to every basketball game as well, which means the tournament down in the Cayman Islands. And I know you guys joke, you get a Thanksgiving trip to the Cayman Islands, must be nice. but that is not a cheap trip to go down there and cover 3 games for the basketball team in the tournament. So, we're not swimming in cash here at Bronco Nation News. We're putting the money back into the product to pay Mike Prater, to pay John Mallory, to pay Jay Tuss, to pay Riley Smith, to do Riley and Rid. So we're hoping to continue to build and add shows and get guys like Winston Venable back involved, but it all takes the support of you guys. So we appreciate Western Collective for coming on board. Again, go purchase the beers, the Horseshoe Golden Ale. Portion of each sale goes directly back to the student athletes via the Horseshoe Collective. So help out the Horseshoe Collective. Help out Boise State student athletes. It's one big circle. Everybody's happy. And again, we're going to tell you some cool things moving forward about some away game watch parties. We're going to team up with the Collective and some of the things there. So again, happy to have Western Collective on board as our new studio sponsor. Grateful for Courtney Stein Ditto and Stein Distributing and what they did for us the last couple of years. And I will never say a bad thing about them, and we'll continue to support them and hope you continue to support and drink Cutwater and all the Anheuser-Busch products over there at Stein. But excited to tell you more about Western Collective, our new studio sponsor here moving forward. So again, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can. YouTube is free. YouTube is 100% free. You're watching these daily morning shows. We may get to a point this season where one of the pre or post game shows is only for paying subscribers and only on YouTube. Right now, if you're on Facebook or if you're on X, you can still watch these free shows, but that may change moving forward here. So you need to be a YouTube subscriber. Jump on board. All the highlights will get posted there. All the press conference interviews. You can go watch Gaines and Herby. Folks are asking about today's interview. You're asking about Chris Marshall. I don't think he's available for the first couple of days. They want to let him kind of get situated in camp here and things. There's a couple of players they're just not quite ready to make available. I did request Chris Marshall. I don't think we're going to get him right away. I believe today it's going to be Amarian McCoy and Prince Strawn that I'll be talking to. So Prince Strawn and Amarian McCoy will be my 2 player interviews. And again, we'll get those posted right after the show on the Bronco Nation News YouTube channel if you are a subscriber there. So thank you to all you guys for checking us out. Bob Schuler says absolutely worth it. And appreciate you, Bob. Thanks so much for your support. I had a lot of questions about the running back group and some of the other positions. Well, I'll try to get over there today. Day one, I was kind of moving every which way and wanted to make sure we got some of the quarterbacks and the receivers. I'll try to focus a little more on the running backs. To be honest with you, the running backs aren't quite as exciting in the individual drills where they're just running around cones and things. And so you get a little more action with the receivers going on the one-on-one drills and stuff in terms of where the attention is and the bang for your buck. So we will try to get over to the running back group more today. We need to get some defensive highlights as well. So we're going to get over there and we'll get some stuff posted to my Twitter account. Make sure you follow BNN Bronco Nation on Twitter, as well as my personal Twitter account or X account at BJ Rains. My last name is spelled Rains. So appreciate you guys for checking us out. Practice starts in 3 minutes. So I got to wrap all this up and get over there. But go buy the Horseshoe Golden Ale, post it on social media, and tag me so I can show Carrie that, hey, it's working already. If you go buy some in the next couple of days, please do tag me and send me a message on social media that you bought it because of their studio sponsorship. It's a great light lager. It's a awesome beer. I love it. And like I said, it also helps support the student athletes. So it's a win-win for everybody. So hit subscribe, hit that like button on Twitter there in the corner or on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that like button. Help us out. Tell your friends. And again, if you can help us out, $50, get us the full year coverage and help get us to these road games and get you the coverage you deserve here at BroncoNationNews.com. So had a great day one at camp. Day 2 is about to start. We're heading over to the practice field right now. Check us out on social media. Check us out at BroncoNationNews.com later today for my full thoughts. And our interviews will be posted. Highlights will be posted to the YouTube channel later today as well. So we'll talk to you a little bit over from the practice field. Have a great rest of your day. Again, for the first time, coming from the new Western Collective Studios, BJ Rains, Bronco Nation News at BroncoNationNews.com.